Okay, back again, people. Still in the same calendar, 26 April 2025. It's Saturday. Very often for being sample in here to proving people's authentic alibi also. Something about talking himself on this millennium. Experience supernatural, not to be doubted by my alibi, and I'm definitely being stalked by public for being sample actually. My conference for meeting also just need to report about my opera. He's kind of talking self. Okay, I'm the sample. I want to remind you about my case reward. This actually include also for my status, internet, and court. Actually, I'm being intimidated, being bullying, being manipulated for become this radio jockey. Kind of opera, talk himself, and just take risk for become the sample. To you. Okay, my context, I'm definitely being companion actually with the peoples, and I own girls also for alibi also about the situations and etc. This evening, okay, it's already evening and not morning anymore, but still in same calendar. I already made 3 time conference on this calendar. Okay, by this segment moment, I want to talk about these conspirations syndicate. Actually, I rather to choose unique syndicate to them. My context this actually definitive criminal orientation since first beginning 2008. They're kind of scumbag actually, want to manipulate my families. The context actually also very many variable because they are actually definitive criminal. Very intrigued by them. And I can take say they're actually also from local people's neighborhood, actually town median. They're ethnic actually, but already metropolitan because about these they also their young peoples include also their parents. Some kind attitude ordinary by their community actually supernatural by their method. The context say they're actually a thief that want to make sustained strategy by made a black goat actually to their victims. With sample case to my ordinary and my families also. At first beginning, my context said this kind of about my parents' legacy, or perhaps also about jealous. Context said that's actually a neighborhood on Tower Media. Not kind of similar with our thought, our mindset. Not similar. Context said they actually on jealous attitude actually. I got contact also from girls. Say I'm still being watched by them also for about my internet. I want to say thank you very much to them. This case definitely made me at center conditions actually for about my ordinary. Definitely being alone, definitely being conspirate for my subscribe also. Context say I need to be worried also about that for reminding people because I own called internet actually. There's one point I need to pay attention also. I can take say about that. And back to story. Okay, my contact until this evening say also this actually unknown people's own potential for unresponsible, inconsequent, and trans conversations will meet by them. I can say people or public actually already experienced about them since years before my arrival on internet. They're kind of local neighborhoods. Our attitude non-consequent for what happens actually, not similar for about the conversations you'll meet by them actually. Want to blame for meaning also struggling or made confusing situations case also. I need to report about that context for our reference also. And there came from politique also, context that actually parties also by the progression years to years before. Their own delegations on Senate Jakarta or about broadcasting also, TV and artists also as their families. And I need alibi for catching them at the moment. My context said that's why also I need to sustain for made my conference report so can be referenced and being understand for about the conditions case actually. Again, contact they actually already made agreements, kind of attends they just made behind this case actually on the night at evening when they meet each other. Seems like a family, yeah. Base my contact as similar for that. I got contact also say they actually made their regenerations as similar with Kader also. This kind of ethnic for continue also by them on criminal orientation as basic also. So this morning evening I still being reminding about my parents. Context say definitely on confusing on problematica confused for meaning. But about them also say they're actually connection friendship ordinary since they're young also. But about families also against each other and that's also for about politic historical national monumental Indonesia also. Papa di mana merdeka and Madame Latina my parents. Context say both of them actually part of these complicated situations unresponsible. Just about jails actually, as my context said, there is moment the millennium they actually already reach, or the politicians also, their own beginning among social, but still criminal for their basic orientations. Such also negotiations and compromise and also about money. They say they are actually expert for sabotaging people's life. Example also to name in one corner. I need to report for about that because public neighborhoods on my country say a similar for about them actually, but not being matched, not being confirmations. That's why I made this conference actually. Okay, I got contact also through this moment evening. I contact say there are also actually on pretender situations. Attitude. Pretending attitude. For explain about them also. And that's also for about my progress. They say need to be watched by International 666 one discovery for about the local neighborhood, because any indication also the situation is going to take over by them, and that's meaning non-responsible conclusions for about the real case, to name it one name. And for another local area or neighborhood, my context say actually on self-interest. It's kind of civil war, but not similar actually. I already paying attention to my contact say, but let's talk about religions actually. Still confusing, still ambitions for about the different each others. They say this actually for about positions politics to Arab also, Islamia, and another sides also. So my case about Christians or about Australia and America also. On self-weakness actually by this moment as a sample about that also. My contact also came from for agents or about friendship also, delegation by them already meet with me, but seems rather to choose for me the confession or contacting supernatural, I mean. Okay, still stuck alone as a sample for about improvement conditions, supernatural ordinary, similar also talking self, and also about the gate in the same time. I'm definitely being sabotaged, and also about my parents also, my home also, can they say that's actually part of each other. These kind of conspiracies and their own international connection also for about the colleague and also strategy. I'm definitely being bluffed, definitely none to be responsible. Context still crowd, still noisy. I hope this moment by moment conference can be sure, can be continue for the conclusions, and there's meaning also about my case reward or mine also. And context say also the bluffing about segment by segment, such as also sexuality and also about money or job or business or friendship also. They're actually kind of expert also and on plan, such as also pretending situations meet with people like me. And there's also about entertainment or artists also with them. Context they're actually similar with conference International 666 one but need to be carefully because suddenly can be different actually. Definitive opera such as pretending by them also non-consequence for meaning. And I get contact also on this moment evening say definitely they want to escape for giving you to me about my case. They just blaming me and kinda shouting for about my secret internet actually. They said that actually not make sense, this just playing around, no need to be responsible as a given money or case reward seek code as claim Internet ID 666 want to discover me. Through this moment also my context through about local interest for my brigading also. Say I just need to register also for my project. Actually going to chairman by government actually. Kinda confusing, kinda indigo all this. But this going to step by step context Internet 666 want to discover actually estafette to government actually just sample for proving about claim Internet ID 666 want to discover an ordinary experience being bullying, being intimidated, being talking self, being indigo, and that need to be proved. Context that's also actually conference Internet ID 666 want to discover going to estafette by court and government and police also. Context they actually own similar experience also, similar case which not being responsible because kind of forcing, and that's also why I'm being contacted for about that. And this kind of intrigue also based my contact by the supernatural. Actually I'm being bluffed, actually just being blamed, nothing to be responsible actually, just want to made blamed to name it one corner for about this case. Actually many accidents by this moment case since 2 years before, and that need to be blamed for somebody. Context Internet 666 one could discover him quite fast for his advocating, just made claim case court on internet, and that's kind of jealousy by peoples and also families, and that's actually basic why I'm being blamed, I'm being stuck alone for this progress. Not going to give about my reward case also. Context from them actually this all already become suspect. Context we actually already include our ethnic families actually, and it's already being conversations also to regions because also part of our ethnic they're actually neighborhood also local village on town, such also Java Island and also town Medan and another context actually already ordinary as friendships also between local peoples and foreigners also, neighborhood and brotherhood actually, and nothing to be case actually, but need to be blamed for about okay, that's why I'm being stuck in here. I want to complain about that. Definitely you're already being busted by the moment by moment also. It's just about your claim to the situation condition as similar with indigo, but I think police already known about the truth, and that goes to alibi also for about the moment they okay. I got contact also from TV. There's a broadcasting also already being busted, already being investigated by police also for about the status in fourth as a spec also in the moment with sample victims premier actually to Internet 666 Makulus dare to challenging them, made conference very sustained day after day since 2008, 2010, 2015 until this year 2025. My context here there also include as conspirator for my appointment buying car on last year's also. Going to responsible but still being authentic, being scheduled by government. My contact definitive supernatural. I'm definitive alibi for you, and definitive you may manipulate for my experience case actually. Okay, through this progress also I'm still being disturbed, being crowd also, being swine, being intelligence by opium also. I feel a similar also contact very nearby. I'm definitely being touched or being contact actually in here. Okay, I believe you can understand my internet not bluffing. Definitely this is true case, and I'm still insist for about my reward case. Okay, it's just about the agreement with government and alibi also. So I think I just wait for the moment reward also. Also, thank you very much for a while. We're going to continue again next. This billing one already enough based my context say already 3 times, and that's already cool for us, and just alibi for that. My context said this need to be many record on internet actually for court for attention, so it can be watched as problematic also. Also, thank you very much and see you again. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi and shalom. God bless you. Om Swantiasu and Bodhisattva. My context it's left behind about the project of RI 666. This actually also giving attention just about the compromise waiting the progress also, because not kind of simple for me come through actually by government and conversations also with my parents. And therefore about alien farming contextually being accepted by Jakarta also actually. Indonesia country also already got contact with Australia and United States also for about the appointment international 666 with alien farming. Context that's already shown, and just for drafting about claim Internet 666 discovery as the estafette for the appointment or this coincidence meet international. Okay, thank you very much. I want to say also to the banks international and social networking also to countries Asia and also Arab and country of Israel and through Africa also. I'm being contact also say Africa also watching for this progress. Definitive want to make statement also, but already conversations with the international actually not very hurry. My context is similar with that. This already straight to Internet ID 666 of discovery, Even we own another compromise context definitive conversation happening actually, but not being informations to the 6661 discovering. Also, thank you very much. 22 trillion rupiah negotiated for project about international 6661 discovering BRI 666 and also appointment international. See you again.